These mines date back to the age of the first Mandalore. According to ancient folklore, the mines were once a mythosaur lair.
Ooh.
Mandalore the Great is said
That's
to have
interesting.
tamed the mythical beast. It is from these legends that the skull signet was adopted and became the symbol of our
Why do I
planet.
feel like there's one still in there?
That's
This
cool
is
little
it.
background.
I swear on my name
Do you think it's gonna save him or redeem him or whatever?
and the
don't
names
know,
of
dude.
the ancestors that I shall walk the way of
Bo-Katan didn't buy into
Mandalore,
it.
and the words of the creed shall be
Maybe she
forever
is, though.
forged in my heart.
Yo!
Down he goes. Oh,
I was today years old when I knew their jetpacks could do that.
yeah, that's pretty clutch. He shouldn't have took his off.
I know.
What was he thinking? Good grief, this goes down a long way, dude. Good night. Second time she saved him already. In one episode.
What did I say? What did I
Golly.
say?
That thing is massive. Good grief. Oh man. I can see where it was kind of their logo though. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that is sick.
Welcome back to BoomShot. I'm Colby and this is our resident Star Wars expert Micah. It's been a minute since you've been on the channel,
Yeah,
it
it's
feels
good.
like.
It's good to see you again in this setting.
We are reacting to, as you've seen, the episode 2 of The Mandalorian, so let's jump right into it.
Boom, you looking for this?
Little ding there. As you can see, Caleb's not with us. He's in Honduras, but this is still his computer, so he's here somewhat.
Yes, in spirit.
In spirit. Okay, so what'd you think of episode 2 of Mando? Season 3?
So I thought it was much more concise than the first one.
That is true.
The first one, it was good, but it felt kind of all over the place.
Yeah, very much.
This one, it felt like it had a storyline. I felt like it advanced the storyline of Mandalorian from seasons 1 until now. Much better than the first one did.
Yeah, I think this episode definitely was in one direction, and that was forward.
Yeah.
And my favorite part of this episode is probably just like the history of Mandalore that we got to learn a little bit
Yeah, that
of.
was awesome.
And see it, even. I guess that's really kind of the first time.
We've seen it in live action.
Yeah. At least for an extended period.
Yeah.
What's that lady's name?
Pelimoto.
Pelimoto. That's why he's the resident Star Wars expert, boys. Yeah, they go over there and see her. I mean, she's kind of a staple. It's always good to see her.
It feels like she's our Mandalorian mommy.
That's true, though. That's true. Especially to Grogu.
Oh, for sure.
She was wanting to see Grogu. And Grogu jumps like a million miles into the air out of the ship. That was sick. So Mando gets in trouble, as he seems to do a lot.
Yes.
And another thing, he pulls out the Darksaber.
Yeah.
It was good to see the Darksaber, but he's still kind of slow with it.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to wield it. It's too heavy for him.
Yeah, and we learned that in what was it, season 2.5 of Mando?
Yeah, Boba Fett.
Yeah. So yeah, he's still kind of slow with it, and then Bo-Katan gets hold of the Darksaber later in the episode.
and it
to
was
stay on that topic.
It was beautiful.
It was, yeah. She could wield it like a machine, bro.
Yeah. So before this episode, prior to this episode, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big Bo-Katan fan.
Yeah.
But after this episode, like, I know that you have to win the Darksaber in combat to be able to wield it and then rule Mandalore based on their rules and everything. But I really thought she was just gonna take it from him.
Yeah, I did too. I feel like the way they directed it and wrote it, they wanted you to think that she was going to take it.
Yeah.
Because they've kind of set her up to be a villain, but I don't think she is. After this episode, it seems like she's going to be a friend. If she was the villain, she would have taken the Darksaber in that moment.
Oh, for sure. And it, like, when they were on the cliff above the city, it made sure you saw him pick up the Darksaber, which I thought was cool. So
yeah, so I mean, I'm all here for Bo-Katan being in a lot more of the season, and it seems like she's gonna be.
Yeah,
because she saved him twice in one episode. So
yeah, it was awesome.
So I mean, yeah, it was cool to see her wield that. Like you said, Baby Yoda's got big force powers.
Dude, no joke.
So what was your favorite part of the episode, if you could pick one thing?
Probably seeing her wield the Darksaber, and then
That was sick.
and then seeing Mandalore in live action, which, like we discussed earlier off camera, we think in previous seasons they showed the Purge. I can't remember for sure, but I remember seeing TIE bombers fly over Mandalore and dropping bombs on the Mandalore. So, but we didn't really get to see it like this, and it was awesome because you could see from Clone Wars and Rebels what it looks like now from then. Yeah. And it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah, and it's just so cool how they've brought so much that only began in animation to live action.
Yeah, and it looked amazing. Like it looked just like the city in Clone Wars just, bombed.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel like, because you were saying that too, that you thought we were going to get flashbacks during the episode. Mm-hmm. I feel like we still will.
Yeah, I hope so.
They got to.
Because it zoomed in on her face when she walked up to the city, and then I thought it was going to flashback.
It would have been a perfect time.
Yeah, but it didn't.
Yeah, we see that's where they get their signet from, right?
Yes.
All of Mandalores. That was sick. I hope we see more of that thing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I don't know if we will, though.
I thought they were extinct.
I guess not, dude.
And then, on top of that, she was saying how she went down there as a kid, and there wasn't one. So what the heck?
And it's hard to miss that thing.
Maybe they're a baby one, and it just grew up? I don't know, dude.
That actually makes sense, because it's hard to miss that thing. Maybe it was a small baby before.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. How much longer do you think we'll kind of stay on Mandalore this season, or go back to it, revisit it?
Well, I mean, it's definitely going to be their next episode. I don't know. I mean,
I feel like there has to be a point where Mando either redeems himself or is like, okay, I'm done with the way.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. She would kind of convince him this is a bunch of bullcrap,
Yeah.
So we can see Pedro Pascal's face for minutes.
Yeah, that would be the best part to come from it. Dude.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
I feel like that's got to happen too, though. I mean, maybe this season. We haven't mentioned yet the baby General Grievous.
Dude, I was going to bring that up earlier. Dude, that is General Grievous 2.0.
It really is. He kept getting smaller. Here's this big droid thing first, and we zoom in on his eyeball. I'm like, okay, so he's a living creature. He gets out, and he's like a General Grievous type thing. And then Bo-Katan wrecks him, and then he becomes smaller again. He's like a little worm thing.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I want to know what he is, or she is,
weird.
Or what it is. Or,
I know. Yeah, I was low-key hoping he would just crawl off.
Yeah.
And we'd see him again in the future, because he was a cool character.
Because when it first showed him in the spider, and then it showed him getting out, you thought it was going to be some big reveal, and then they just ended up killing him later.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm really interested to see, maybe when they do the behind the scenes after the season or something.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, that was really cool, but I feel like it's not really a species. Maybe once was, or he still is, but I feel like he was modified kind of like General Grievous.
Yeah,
heavily.
It would be cool to know how he got there, what he is. I mean, does he eat the Mandalorian?
Yeah,
all those helmets, and then he was pumping the blood from Mando, it looked like.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. He was pumping blood. That had to be for something.
It was so weird.
Yeah, they got to revisit that. I don't know. There's a lot of mysterious things going down in Mandalore.
Yeah.
But we find out it's not cursed thanks to R5, right?
Yeah.
He said it's 98% breathable or whatever, so that's pretty clutch.
R5D4, the new R2.
The new R2, he could be, dude.
Or Chopper.
He was, yeah, Chopper. He was coming up clutch there, and like you said, you always leave the droid in the ship.
Oh, easy. I can't recall a moment in Star Wars right now off the top of my head where you don't leave the droid with the ship. You always leave the droid with the ship.
Yeah.
Just ask Kit Fisto at General Grievous's lair, dude.
That's...
He's dead without him, dude.
That's true. And then what was that one arc in Clone Wars where R2 literally saves Anakin and Mace?
Yeah. He and I can't remember Mace's droid's name, but yeah, he saves them.
Yeah, so that's if you take anything away from this, if you're in Star Wars, if you find yourself in Star Wars as an actor, leave the droid in the ship.
Yeah, if you don't, you're dead. Sorry. There's no way you live.
Yeah, that'll single-handedly save you. So yeah, I guess he could be a bigger character.
Yeah.
The droid coming up, R5.
I mean, he ended up coming in clutch because imagine if it's IG, and he's not at the ship, and Baby Yoda doesn't know how to fly the ship,
true.
So he just knows how to navigate.
Yeah, that's true. He couldn't see over the steering wheel.
Yep, so the astromech played a part in saving Din.
That is true.
And he hates droids, which is ironic.
It is ironic. He came up clutch.
Yeah, he did.
So yeah, I feel like that's mostly... It wasn't very action-packed.
No.
But I didn't mind that it wasn't action-packed for this episode because it moved the plot forward, like you said.
I just want to point out that So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pansy when it comes to scary movies and stuff like that. I do not watch them, so I was not expecting 3 jump scares in a Star Wars show. They got me all 3 times. So with the Amalettes, and then with the spider droid, and then at the very end when he falls into the water.
Yeah, that's true. There was a lot going on, but we didn't see any like big high scale action.
No.
But I think low key when Bo-Katan was using the Darksaber was some of the best action we've seen in a while.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
And
just
she
really
knows how to
cool
wield
see.
it. Yeah.
So maybe we'll see more of that. Maybe we'll see Mando actually learn. Maybe she'll teach Mando a little bit.
Yeah, that would be cool. Because, I mean, she's wielded it before in Rebels when Sabine handed it over to her. So, which is interesting because she didn't win it in combat. But
but I think the big takeaway for me after this is that Bo-Katan does not seem to be a villain. Even the trailers kind of set her up that way.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
You got any last thoughts? Any predictions? There's not much to predict off of, I guess, this episode.
I mean, I'm excited for next week after the way this one ended on a cliffhanger. So
yeah, me too. I mean, Mando's not going to disappoint. It has been known to have some filler stuff.
Yeah. But
there's way more non-filler than
filler.
Yeah,
and I'm not against filler because it kind of moves the storyline at times. But like, I'm just with Bad Batch. We'll get to that later. But yeah.
I think what happens with filler is that a lot of times what it does is develops the character instead of the plot.
Yeah, exactly.
Which can be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to put it. But yeah, I think they're definitely going to keep moving the plot forward. I think we'll see Ahsoka at some point.
Yeah. I hope so.
I hope so, dude. Awesome. I can't complain anytime we see Ahsoka.
I want to see Sabine. Well, I mean, we thought we were going to see her last season.
Yeah, that would be sick. It would make a lot of sense too this season.
Yeah.
So yeah, and she'll definitely be in the Ahsoka show. It's supposed to come out this year, I think. So
yeah, I'm excited for that one.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, and you'll be back on the next video.